This is a K&F Concept pack of lens filters for the DJI Osmo Action cams. They have 3, 4, and 5 Pro listed here. I'm going to be evaluating them with a 5 Pro. So I was sent this pack of lenses to review for free. If you wanted to purchase them, the MSRP is $50. I've seen them with discount coupons as low as $40 online, so it's probably going to cost you about $40 to $50. Now, they haven't paid me for this review, and my opinions remain my own. Alright, so inside of the shrink wrap, we have a plastic lens filter case inside of this cardboard packaging box, which is very tight and difficult to get out. There we go. Alright, so the case for these lenses is basically just as big as this box, and I could see that being a problem for trying to pack it into like a small integrated case that has your camera and other things with it, because, you know, bulk-wise, this is kind of bulky for 6 lenses. I kind of would have preferred one of those little accordion folding things where you slide the lenses in and be a small square. But this is what you get. It's definitely well protected, and it has in it the 6 lenses, and there's looks like a snap here. There's 2 hinges on that side, and we have to pull these 2 snaps off to open it up. So you might notice that one of these lenses reflects kind of a greenish light, and the others are kind of more of a purplish look with a black background here. So this guy here is the CPL, or circular polarizing lens. And it actually just says PL here. The listing says circular polarizing, so I don't know for sure if it's a polarizing lens or a circular polarizing lens. But the listing claimed it was a CPL lens. And then all of these other lenses are neutral density. And so they range from, I think it's 8 to 256, and let's see, they're labeled here. This one here is the 256, and so you can see it's quite dark there. You're not going to be seeing much through that until you get out in the sun. And then we have the 64. This one here is the 32. This is the 16, and then the smallest amount of density here is the neutral density 8 filter. And obviously these neutral density filters are meant for very illuminated situations like outdoor and direct sunlight. So you're probably not going to be using them inside. Now these lenses all have a little grippy rubber ring on the inside, so they are considered push-on lenses. So it's not threaded, they just kind of push-on. And my DJI Action 5 came with this little rubber protection thing around that thing that screws on over the lens. And my understanding is that these guys will fit over that, and you just push them on. So that's all it takes to install it. Now you will have to remove this little protective ring to fit the lens on here, but putting them on and off, putting them on is very easy. Taking them off, you have to be careful not to drop them, because they don't like thread easily. You have to put a decent amount of force. The rubber has a decent amount of grip there, so you have to make sure you have a good grip on the lens so you don't flick it around and drop it somewhere. Alright, let's take these outside and shoot some video through them. Here is basically with the sun somewhat behind a cloud. There's the sun behind the cloud. So partly cloudy conditions here, not direct sunlight anymore, no filter. This is the polarizing filter. And we are under mostly cloudy or partly cloudy conditions here with the sun not being directly visible. This is the neutral density 8 filter. This is the neutral density 16 filter. This is the neutral density 32 filter. This is the neutral density 64 filter. And this is the neutral density 256 filter. Alright, this is a full sun day. Here we have the polarizing filter on.
This is the neutral density 8 filter, neutral density 16, neutral density 32, neutral density 64. This is neutral density 256. Alright, the sun is directly overhead, and this is the view of the water using our polarization filter on the camera. So this is just the camera with no filters on the lens. So here's a view of water and sky just with the regular camera. And this is that same view with the polarization filter installed on the camera.